This problem is from the China Math Olympiad 2024. It is actually a trigonometry problem. Here, we're given the angles in a triangle ABC, where cosine C equal half of the summation of sine A plus cosine A, similarly for the B. Given that for triangle, now three angles satisfy the following equation. Now here it's important to know that this sine A and cosine A can be rewritten to, it may not be straightforward to understand this equation, but in general, you may see something like A sine A plus B cosine A, and this expression can be rewritten as square root of A squared plus B squared, and then what we can do is take it out. You're going to have square root of A squared plus B squared and A sine A plus B over the same constant here, A squared plus B squared cosine A. Now you can net this quantity here, it's constant, to be something cosine, let's say phi, right? And this part be something like sine phi, where what is phi? We know that the tangent phi is equal sine over cosine B over A, okay? In other words, phi equal arctangent B over A. If that is the case, then we know from the trig identity, this is going to be A squared plus B squared, and then this one would be sine A cosine phi plus sine phi cosine A. So that is going to be sine A plus phi. Alright? So in our case, A equal B equal 1, where the phi is arctangent 1, right? B over A is 1, which is 45 degree, pi over 4. So we have this equation here. Given this fact, we're going to revisit the original equation. Cosine C equal square root of 2, right? And this becomes sine A plus pi over 4, and is equal square root of 2 over 2 sine B plus pi over 4. The quantity sine equal to each other, either they're going to be equal to each other or they add up to 180 degrees. So in other words, there are two cases, right? So either these two quantities are equal to each other, which means A, B are equal to each other, right? Or A plus pi over 4 plus B plus pi over 4 is going to equal to 180 degrees, equal pi. So in this case, A plus B would equal pi over 2. In this case, C would be equal to 180 degrees minus pi over 2. That's pi over 2. Now, cosine C would be 0, so it's impossible. But sine A plus pi over 4 is not equal to 0. So which means this or here, that's impossible. So this whole thing is impossible. So which means we're going to have A equal B. C, in this case, is going to be 100 degree, which is pi, minus A plus B. So this equals pi minus 2A. Our goal is to find cosine C. So we know that cosine C, in this case, pi minus is going to be negative cosine 2A. Okay, but exactly what is the value here? The left hand side, we're saying that is equal square root of 2 over 2 and sine A plus pi over 4. Now we notice that this quantity here must be greater than 0. So, which implies the C angle C here is going to be less than pi over 2. Here we're going to use some algebra or tricks here. So we're going to let this quantity here be theta. In other words, theta equal a plus pi over 4. What is 2a here? Now 2 theta is equal to a plus pi over 2. So in other words, 2a is going to equal to 2 theta minus pi over 2. So let's plug in negative cosine 2 theta minus pi over 2 is going to equal square root of 2 over 2 sine theta. Negative cosine pi over 2 minus 2 theta. So this is going to be negative sine 2 theta equal square root of 2 over 2 sine theta. Further, you can say 2 sine theta cosine theta equal square root of 2 over 2 sine theta. When you cancel this, we need to argue that sine theta cannot be 0. So A and B must be greater than 45 degrees, right? They're equal, right? A equal. And they're gonna, of course, it's gonna less than pi over 2. The sine theta cannot be 0. So which means, what is cosine theta? Is a negative value here, negative square root of 2 over 4. Now in order to find cosine C, so C is equal to pi minus 2a, right? So 2a in terms of theta, that's going to be pi is over here plus pi over 2 minus 2 theta. So which equal to, in this case, cosine pi minus is going to be negative cosine pi over 2 minus 2 theta, which is equal to negative sine 2 theta, which is negative 2 sine theta and cosine theta. And we know that cosine theta is negative square root of 2 over 4. And what is sine theta? You use the fact that sine theta is equal to square root of 1 minus cosine square theta, right? So that's equal to, notice that sine theta is a positive value, okay? Cannot be negative. So that's going to be 1 minus 2 over 16. So that's going to be 8, 7 square root, okay? So square root of 7 over 8. So negative will be positive, so this value is going to be, so square root of 14 on the top, and the bottom is square root of 8, and then times 2, and that's going to be square root of 7, and 4 times over 4. So that's the answer. Alright, as a review, we're given this in a triangle, and the key here is to realize you can rewrite sine A plus cosine A as square root of 2 sine A plus pi over 4. And in general, if you have A sine A plus B cosine A, where A, B are constants, you can use the trick to change that to sine A plus. We further argue that A and B must equal to each other, and then C is going to be pi minus 2a. And then from there, we use this relation, and then further, by using some of the trig identity and some algebra tricks, we have the final answer, which is cosine C is square root of 7 over 4. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. For this and other interesting math problems, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.